Tonight we have Walsh taking on St. Vincent St. Mary, but we'll get into that game here in a little bit. Coach is on his phone. He's already on doing something. But so let's jump into college as we get the bowls wrapped up. And we're talking about college football. Condolences out to Mike Leach's family. As we all know, he passed away this morning. And that's really sad news. But his team, Mississippi State, they came out today and said they are still going to play in that bowl game because that's what Coach would have wanted them to do.
Yeah, it's a really sad story. I mean, he's only 61 years old. He's been doing so well at that program. Mississippi State looks like they're getting back on the right track. It's so sad to hear about, but it's good to hear that they are going to play, and best of luck to them.
Yeah, Coach, anything on that? I'm Mike Leach.
Man, a great coach from a fraternity, coach that liked to speak his mind. It's going to be missed.
Yeah, he definitely liked to speak his mind. I remember at Washington State when he was going crazy over there. And now he did it at Mississippi State. And, again, a great coach, a big loss for college football. So let's talk about the Heisman. And, Coach, I know you're really happy about Caleb Williams winning it from USC. So, again, he did win. Now, the question is, I know it says, Caleb Williams won. Great. USC, congratulations. I don't think he should have won it, but that's okay. I'm not a voter. However, with him winning, it says now that USC has the most Heismans ever with 8. Now, looking back at it, that counts Reggie Bush's Heisman. So if his Heisman, he got stripped of his Heisman. So it shouldn't be 8.
They're supposed to be returning it.
Oh, they are returning it.
That's the goal, yes.
I think they absolutely should return it if they're going to count that. I mean, just remember, Bobby Bowden was the winningest college coach of all time until they found a reason to strip him of all those victories, and then all of a sudden he wasn't anymore. Then it became Paterno, same thing. Then he got in trouble, obviously, for a way bigger issue than what Bobby Bowden was in trouble for, and got all his wins vacated. So if you're not going to count it, then don't count it. But give it back to the guy if you are.
I agree.
Yeah, so, again, here's that question. Does it count? So they could possibly have the most if they count it, but as of right now, I don't think he still is the Heisman, so it's a vacated trophy at this point.
So who's number 2 then?
I don't know.
Notre Dame?
Probably.
Yeah.
But, so that's interesting.
Second most Heisman. I don't know. Probably Notre Dame. Alabama.
Ohio State.
Yeah.
Could be Bama, yeah. I don't know.
Then again, does Archie Griffin count as 2 Heisman trophies?
I mean,
Yes.
yeah.
Or just 2, or just
2.
1 winner? Okay.
He got 2.
All right.
He won 2. So
I know he won 2.
It doesn't matter how many people win it. I think it's
how many times the trophy's been won. Okay.
So now let's talk about the numbers here. Caleb Williams, 544 first place votes. Max Duggan, 188 votes.
There we go.
Max Duggan, 188.
I lost
CJ Stroud, 37 votes. Stetson Bennett had 36. And Hendon Hooker had 17 first place votes.
It's so crazy. Caleb Williams at 544. Second was Duggan with 188. It just shows how many people thought that he really was the best player this year, Caleb Williams. I honestly, I thought Stetson Bennett was better than Caleb Williams, and I definitely thought C.J. Stroud. But once again, C.J. Stroud had that big loss to Michigan at the end of the year, and that's what ended up hurting him.
Yeah, but Caleb Williams had 2 losses
to the same team.
So how does 1 loss against the same, 1 loss in total versus 2 losses against the same team? How does that make? I don't think it makes sense.
Then maybe that's the fact that he played in this conference championship game.
Maybe.
They say that stuff doesn't matter, but in the end of the day, it always seems to matter. And like I said, last week we were talking about the Heisman. It's supposed to be the best player in college football this year. It's not supposed to be whoever the best player was for a career, whoever's on the best team. It's supposed to be the best player this year, and they feel that way as Caleb Williams. Then
I disagree.
All right.
Especially with Desmond being biased.
Desmond Howard?
Yes.
No way.
No, he's not biased at all.
You don't say. Him and Mark May both?
Yeah.
God, whatever happened to that
The
guy?
answer is Notre Dame, Ohio State, then Oklahoma.
Oh, Oklahoma. Okay.
Now, interesting.
Speaking of
I
Oklahoma,
would say it's interesting you bring up Oklahoma because Lincoln Riley, who is now the head coach of USC, again he's Caleb Williams' quarterback coach. He also has 2 other Heisman Trophy winners, in Kyler Murray. Sorry about your ACL, you're done for the season, and in Baker Mayfield, somehow starting for now the Rams.
I mean, some good quarterbacks. I mean, he obviously knows how to coach quarterbacks at the college level. It's not easy to get 1 Heisman Trophy winner, let alone 3 at 2 different schools.
Correct. So sorry about the noise again. We are in the freshman game. It's 33-33 right now.
Wow, good
with
game.
3:23 left for the freshman game. So just so you know, that's what the noise is from. But yeah.
Going to get louder.
So yeah, it is. So Lincoln Riley again, 3 Heisman winners, 2 different schools. The guy obviously knows how to coach. He's getting a lot of flack, I guess, for leaving Oklahoma. People think he's scared of the SEC. But he just produced yet again another Heisman Trophy winner.
Yeah, and now it doesn't matter because they're going to be in the Big Ten. So he's going to be going to the same kind of competition. Not the same schools, obviously, but you are going to be going against Ohio State. You are going to be going against Michigan. You are going to be going against Penn State. And let's not forget how good Wisconsin's probably going to end up being now that they have who at coach.
Luke Fickell, yeah. Interesting Heisman stat. Max Duggan from TCU. He's the first Heisman Trophy finalist from TCU since 2000. Coach, trivia question. 2000 TCU Heisman Trophy finalist. Who was it?
That's a good question.
Chris, you want to give him the answer?
I don't know, but I don't follow TCU.
When I first heard this, I first said Andy Dalton. But then I realized we're way ahead of here. LT, LaDainian Tomlinson.
Correct. LaDainian Tomlinson, the only other Heisman Trophy finalist from TCU.
Well, that'll change now that the coach has gotten Coach of the Year. The program's in the right direction. They're on the way to the playoff. Hey, they can win the national championship. Let's not forget that.
Sonny Dykes, yeah. And speaking of that,
I didn't say they will. I said they could.
They have a chance. Caleb, sorry about the noise yet again. It's crazy loud. St. V is down here. But Caleb Williams, during his speech for the Heisman, he said, hey, guys, talking to the other 3 finalists, he said, I may be up here tonight with this award, but you 3 have a chance to win it all.
Yeah.
So realizing, and I think, some people might have thought he was, kind of poking fun at them, but I think he was kind of being like, hey, yeah, I won this, but you guys have a chance to win something even bigger.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're overlooking it if you think that about this kid. This kid loves the whole thing about painting his fingernails.
Yeah.
We all remember that. All right, the kid's got it. He's got a little bit of an attitude, and he's got a little bit of a confidence. And I mean, he should. He's a good quarterback. He's the Heisman Trophy winner. Congratulations to Caleb Williams. And we'll see how good he does at the next level.
And I think it was more of him acknowledging the fact that,
absolutely,
that the other guys are really good as well.
Yeah.
Hey, yes, I won this, but you 3 led your team to the playoffs.
Can you imagine if these 5 guys all get drafted in the first round next year?
It could happen.
I don't know if it's the possibility, but this would be one of those quarterback draft classes we always talk about for years to come. 1983, 2017, 99, all these great quarterback classes that we had. I mean, if it's Williams, Duggan, and Stroud and Bennett all in the first round.
And Bryce Young.
And then I think Hooker's probably going to go back to college, but you could have a really good quarterback class coming up, which is great because a lot of teams in the NFL could use a quarterback.
Yeah. I want to read RG3's quote really quick.
Yeah.
And let's talk about, we've talked about how crazy RG3 is. We've talked about this before. This is his quote going into the Heisman voting before it was given out. This is RG3 on C.J. Stroud. We have become spoiled by his greatness. No quarterback in the country has had more NFL throws, and Buka and Harrison Jr. were 1,000-yard receivers because of C.J.'s ability to be a prime-time distributor of the football. Give him the roses.
Wow.
That's from RG3.
From a former Heisman Trophy winner.
Correct.
Who, also quarterback, play the same kind of situation, same kind of offense. I hope so. I always liked RG3.
One of the 37.
37. Wow.
Crazy. But, all right, so staying on Ohio State, since we're talking C.J. Stroud, we have the Peach Bowl coming up. I got some stats for you on this Peach Bowl.
All right.
So the spread for this game is Georgia -6.5.
Ooh.
That's the spread right now. The over-under for this game is 62.
Oh, my God. And it's only a 6-point spread?
Correct.
Wow.
6.5 point spread, 62 points. And that's the over-under line. The money line on this game, Georgia is at -260, meaning if you bet $260, you win 100.
Wow.
Ohio State is +220, so you bet $100 to win 220.
Okay.
Chris, you got $50?
I think so for a chance at 260.
I mean, you got 50, I got 50. We could do it.
Yeah.
You know,
Make our money back. Oh!
Get 110, so double our money. I'm down.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
It is a
It's
game.
a great game.
So also the only other time that these two programs have ever met was in 1992 at the Citrus Bowl.
Okay.
Georgia won that one 21-14.
Okay. 92.
Correct.
So Curb Street,
Yeah.
Chris Carter.
Yep. Also, Georgia's defense, they allow 292.1 yards a game. That's 9th in college football. They also have the FBS lowest 77 rushing yards a game that they allow.
Well,
So-
Ohio State's not known for their running game. I've been critical of it all season.
Correct.
This would be the kind of game that getting it together would be really beneficial, especially since this team's only getting up 77 yards in the ground. What is their passing
292 total.
per game? They're allowed. Well, then that I think in favor.
So 292 minus the 77.
Okay, I think that favors Ohio State. Give C.J. Stroud and Harrison Jr. I mean, if they can move the ball down the field, get that running game going, that's what they have to do. They got to keep Stetson Bennett off the field.
Yeah.
They can't let him go out there and air it up for 4 touchdowns and 400 yards.
Right. And I've said it all year about Ohio State's defense. They're very aggressive, and they're right here in our ears. But they're very aggressive, Ohio State's defense, and they sometimes over pursue the ball and get beat on those big plays.
Yeah, too many times.
And that's what they have to limit against this Georgia team, who is defending champs. And last year was their first title since 1980.
Yeah, that defense has to be tough. The offense has to get moving. It's going to be a really good game. Ohio State, this is going to be the best quarterback they've faced all season. It's still going to be the best defense they've faced all season, outside of maybe Michigan.
All right, Chris, I'm going to interrupt you. We have 25 seconds left of this game. It's 37-37. Walsh has the ball. Oh, he got tripped. They're looking for the travel. They didn't call it. The ball gets passed around. It gets thrown around. 15 seconds left in this one. He thought about taking the 3. I don't have names, and we're going to call it as we see it. 3 in the corner. No, he doesn't take it. He moves around. 8 seconds. We're down to 5. Down low in the paint. He spins back out for 3. Oh, and in and out. In and out. He had the game winner. It's a tie game. We're going to overtime. In the freshman game.
And it is so loud in here. And it honestly kind of feels like a home game for St. V right now. The way everyone's yelling and cheering, all the green in this arena right now. I know that's going to change as the games go along. By the varsity game, it's going to be a real loud, good-sized crowd for Walsh. But right now, it's feeling like we're at St. V.
All right. Sorry, I had to cut you out and to go to that.
Hey, that's why we're doing these live.
Basketball. But let's go into top 10 coach hires for college football. I'm sorry. Let's do that really quick. Number 10, coach. I'm going to read these. This is according to Bleacher Report. I'm going to read them. I'm going to look for you to see what you think on them. Sound good? Right. And if you want to comment, let's do it. Number 10, UAB, Trent Dilfer. I'm okay with it. Number 9, South Florida, hiring Alex Golech, who spent the last 2 seasons as Tennessee's offensive coordinator.
I say it's good for the school.
Yeah, good for South Florida.
Yeah.
Number 8, Georgia Tech, Brent Key, who is the interim this season after firing their coach after 3 games. Don't like that coach. Coach does not like that hire.
No.
Number 7, Louisville, hiring Jeff Brom from Purdue. No?
Former Louisville quarterback.
Yeah, he went home. It's a homecoming.
He did pretty good.
He
beat Ohio State.
He did beat Ohio State when we were number 2.
Won the West Division this year.
So
and he did play at Louisville.
So that's a homecoming. So
To go back to
homecoming.
Louisville.
That's where he went. That's where he played. Now here's an interesting one. Scott Satterfield going to Cincinnati. No? All right, so here's the thing. He's coming from Louisville. Okay? So he's head coach at Louisville, leaving to go to Cincinnati. He went for that job in 2016 and when Luke Fickell got that Cincinnati job. So he wanted that job to start with, but he took the Louisville job when Fickell took the Cincinnati job. Now here's the really interesting part, and we'll get to the bowl games, but Satterfield coached at Louisville this season, right? In the bowl game, Louisville's playing Cincinnati.
Yeah. In an old rivalry game, these two play each other every year. They're very close to each other as far as proximity, as far as style, as far as coaching styles, and now the coaching is going to be the same because it's going to be. So I think it's really interesting. I'm all for it.
So where does
for Brom and for their new coach.
When we get to that game, we'll talk more about that.
Yeah.
But number 5, FAU, a name that we're familiar with, Tom Herman. Coming from Ohio State, then via Texas, now he's at FAU.
I think it's good once again for the school.
Number 4, yeah, he should have. Number 4, Liberty hiring Jamie Chadwell, who's leaving Coastal Carolina, the Chanticleers.
I think it's good because he's taking his quarterback with him.
He is. Number 3, Nebraska hiring Matt Rule.
He wasn't very good with the Panthers.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously it's a different game. It might be better in college.
But he was great at Iowa State.
Yeah, Iowa State was pretty good when he was their coach.
Number 2, Wisconsin hiring Luke Fickell. Great hire.
Congratulations, Coach Fickell.
He's going to be great at Wisconsin. Number 1, Colorado. They hired some guy named Deion Sand. I don't know who that is. So Coach Prime at Colorado. Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he's got an early jump to it.
All right, so we have some bowl games this weekend. Starting this weekend, bowl season starts. There's 63 bowl games, something crazy like that. But Friday, 11:30, we have the Bahamas Bowl, and it's Miami of Ohio versus UAB. And 1 for St. V.
Once again, it's so loud in here for St. V. There's way more St. V fans here than Walsh, it feels like.
All right, so we have an and 1. The cheerleaders in front of us are going crazy. The varsity team next to us going crazy.
JV
the JV
team
in front on the other side going crazy. This gym is wild. So he has an and 1, but even with this foul, it's an and 1, coach, but he's only – oh, no, he didn't make that, did he? That's 2 shots because it was 37 at the half.
No,
Yeah.
39. He made it.
Oh, he did make it. You're right. I was looking at the other side. 2-point game. Walsh rebound. All right. So, again, Bahamas Bowl, Miami of Ohio versus UAB. Coach, what do you think on that one? He's watching the game.
I like Miami of Ohio in that game. Represent the MAC.
Miami of Ohio or UAB? Who you got?
Miami of Ohio.
Me too.
right.
Great. 3 o'clock, the Cure Bowl in Orlando. Number 24, Troy, taking on number 25, Texas San Antonio Roadrunners.
It's going to be a good game. I'm going to go Troy as well.
I agree. Saturday, 11 a.m., ESPN, Fenway Bowl, Cincinnati versus Louisville. This is what we just talked about. Does Satterfield, which team does he coach? Louisville?
Does he coach at all?
Cincinnati? Does he coach at all?
He's not coaching. You got the ODB coach, the Cincinnati native. He's going to be the intern coach for that game.
In Cincinnati?
Yeah.
Okay.
What about Louisville?
But does Satterfield coach Louisville to end out the season?
I think he's going to. I don't know that.
Or is Brom going to coach Louisville? And then who's going to coach Purdue?
Right.
The coaching carousel continues.
So, again, that's a weird one. That's a weird, the fact that, oh my gosh, what a swat. So
With some power.
So, again, that's a weird game, the fact that those two teams are playing each other. So, Saturday at noon on ABC is a Celebration Bowl. This is in New Orleans. It's Jackson State versus NC Central. Is Deion coaching?
Yes, he is.
He is coaching.
Jackson State.
Okay. I didn't know if he was going to coach that game. Now that I know he is, I'll take Jackson State.
I'm going to go Jackson State as well.
Saturday at 2:30 on ESPN, Las Vegas Bowl. Number 14, Oregon State taking on the Gators.
Ugh. I'm going Oregon State.
I'm going with the Gators.
Okay. Saturday, 3:30 ABC, the LA Bowl from SoFi Stadium, the new home of Baker Mayfield. Washington State taking on Fresno State.
Washington State.
I think so too.
It's
Wazoo.
going to be a really good game. But I think I'm going to go Washington State.
I'm going to go Wazoo as well. The Cougars from Wazoo. All right, Saturday, 5:45, the Lending Tree Bowl. Rice taking on Southern Miss.
I think I'm going to go Southern Miss. They have more experience in these big bowl games than than Rice.
Yeah, Coach likes what you said there. Saturday at 7:30. Sorry, Saturday, 7:30, New Mexico Bowl.
By somebody.
Yeah, that's all right. That's our producer. He can do what he wants. New Mexico Bowl in Albuquerque. SMU versus BYU.
Well, I got to go BYU in that game. BYU's
Yeah.
tough.
agree.
SMU's good, too. It's going to be a good game. A lot of good games so far, actually, for these early bowl games.
Yeah, the early ones are usually like really not good, but these are good. We have three more. Saturday at 9 o'clock, Frisco Bowl on ESPN. Boise State and North Texas without their head coach.
Yeah, because they fired their head coach even after he went to a bowl for the conference championship game. I'm going to have to go Boise State, though.
All right, let's do Boise. Monday at 2:30, ESPN Myrtle Beach. Myrtle Beach Bowl, Marshall versus UConn.
Well, we know that Marshall beat Notre Dame.
Yeah.
We heard about it all season.
I know. And UConn, when did they become a football school?
Well, I guess this is their first bowl game, I think, or in a long time. I mean, they did go to the Sugar Bowl a few years ago, back when they were in the Big East, and they won it. But they have been really bad ever since.
All right, and the last one, Tuesday, 3:30, the famous Idaho Potato Bowl, Coach, in Boise, Eastern Michigan and San Jose State.
Eastern Michigan.
Yeah, I agree. And Eastern Michigan, the Idaho Potato Bowl seems to be their bowl. I feel like every time you hear Eastern Michigan's in a bowl game, it's in the famous Idaho Potato Bowl.
The famous Idaho Potato Bowl is one of the oldest bowls that we have going on. It used to be the Humanitarian Bowl, but it's going to be cold. Eastern Michigan is used to it. I'm going them.
Yeah, me too. All right, so I think that's it for college football, guys. We spent a good little bit of time on that. Let's go into the top 10 high school basketball teams according to, is this Max Preps?
Max Preps, yeah.
According to Max Preps, high school top 10 basketball. We'll go 10-1. Number 10, Lutheran West, actually, at 6-0. They just beat Ignatius, who we saw last week, 74-54.
Wow. We saw Ignatius. They looked really good. And to think that it's surprising to see Lutheran West be so good this early in the season.
What do you think about Lutheran West? Yeah, don't know.
Yeah, we'll see how the season goes.
I like Lutheran East better.
Yeah, I mean, we'll talk about Lutheran East in a minute when we get to see them.
We'll see what happens when Lutheran West plays Richmond.
Spencerville is number 9. They're at 5-0 out of Lima, Ohio. They're 5-0. Gallia Academy is 4-0. Temple Christian at 3-0 is ranked number 7. Nordonia, we know that school. They're 3-0. They're ranked number 6 in the state. Medina, which is very close to Nordonia, at 3-1. They're number 5. Number 4, the only team that beat Medina, they beat them 63-59, and that's St. Ed's. Coming in at 3-0, they're number 4. Number 3 is East Liverpool at 5-0. Number 2 is Glen Oak at 3-0, and number 1 is Fairfield at 5-0.
Some surprising teams on there, and a lot of teams from this area actually on there. Medina, Glen Oak, East Liverpool was right over there in Youngstown, Nordonia. So a lot of teams that we have a chance to see, I'm sure.
Yeah. Coach, what do you think of those top 10? I know it's early in the season and numbers are weird right now.
It's real early for those teams.
Yeah.
Those teams, what's that, Division 1 or what?
That's the whole state, every division. Because we got
They don't have the defending champs on there.
Right.
Which should be on there. They don't have St. V on there. Which should be on there. They don't have Lutheran East on there.
St. V are the defending champs in Division 2.
Right. I mean, you got Dave Cup. You got
Devon Royal.
the team in Columbus. Those teams are the top teams.
I agree.
You know, then I watched Lutheran East Saturday in the tournament over at St. V. They look good. They solid.
yeah, they look really good.
You know, they better than Lutheran West.
Now here's the thing. Number 2 or number 19 in the state of Ohio is Lutheran East. They have them at 19.
But I'm saying the top 10, they should be in the top 10.
Yeah, I agree. So let's get into this weekend, Coach, because we have a foul.
We have a 1-point game with 2.5 seconds left.
2.5 seconds left here. St. V is down.
Well, it looks like they're just fouled on purpose to send Walsh Jesuit to the line. So we're at the Hack-a-Shack part of the game.
All right, Coach. 2.5. Is there anything St. V can do here?
A miracle, a 3-point play.
Or just a missed shot
But
gives
here's
them
the
a
thing.
chance.
Does
He
he
gets
make
2
the
shots.
first? Now, does he miss this one on purpose with 2.5?
No, I think he makes it and goes up by 3.
Makes it, goes up by. But if he misses it, the clock runs.
But then, that's risky. Go for the shot. There you go.
He
Good
made
job.
it. Timeout, St. V.
Now they got to go the whole length of the floor
No, I think they get it at half court.
at half court.
It's going to be another overtime. We're going to shoot the 3 and make it.
Who's going to shoot it, Coach? You know this team well.
Rayshon Hamilton ain't playing, so the one young man should take the shot.
Yeah, we don't have a roster for this game.
We're trying to see numbers. We have cheerleaders in front of us. You guys can't see that, so it's going to be hard to call this game tonight for Chris and I, but we'll make it work for you as best we can. Good thing you can see the game, and we're just going to call what we can. So, Coach, we'll stay with this one, and then we'll get into this weekend where we have some big names coming that we're going to talk about, some big games, some big names that we're going to talk about that you and I will get to see, and Lavert as well, down in Columbus this Saturday.
Oh, yeah, I'm ready.
So we'll talk about that here in 2.5 second game time, which means 35 minutes regular time.
Oh my God, Chris.
Yeah, I'd love to be there, guys.
That's all this kind of
I know. I gotta work. I gotta feed the kid.
Number 1 gonna take the shot.
Number
All right.
1, all right. Oh, they do have to go the full length, it looks like.
Oh, do you roll the ball in?
They're not going to, Walsh isn't going to let
Can't
them.
roll it in because they got full court.
Yeah, they're full court
they're
pressing
full
them.
court press, yeah. It's hard to see.
They know what's coming.
And then you gotta run, throw it deep.
They got to push it.
Here he goes.
Kevin Love.
Oh, out of bounds.
He threw it out of bounds.
Too wide, too high. Good game though.
I told you number 1 was going to shoot it, but he overthrew it.
Yeah.
He didn't overthrow him. He threw it.
Threw it in the
shanked
stands.
He shanked it.
Yeah, that was to the top row of the bleachers.
Or unless it got tipped. Did it get tipped?
I think there's no. You know, it's Walsh's
No.
ball.
Yep, Walsh ball. All right, so that's the game. Let's hear and buzzer. Oh my gosh.
No, I think they're calling a foul on that. I thought he stepped out of bounds.
I thought he traveled as well.
I don't think I think they're just saying foul to the line.
All right, so that's going to be it for this one.
That should wrap
Walsh
this one up.
freshmen win this one. All right, Coach, here we go. Play-by-play time. Columbus, Ohio, Saturday the 17th. If you're not going to be there, you should be. All right? Let's start with the first game. 10:40 a.m. We have Cleveland Heights taking on Olentangy Orange.
Oh man.
Okay? Cleveland Heights comes in at 2-2. Their only 2 losses to Garfield, they lost 49-42, and to Centerville, they lost 78-54. We'll talk about both of those teams later in this topic. They have a game Friday night at Bedford, does Cleveland Heights. So they play at Bedford Friday night, and then they travel to Columbus Saturday morning for a 10:40 game.
Wow, that's tough.
Olentangy Orange, they also have a game Friday night against Upper Arlington at home, but Olentangy's a lot closer to Columbus than Cleveland Heights is.
That's only about a half an hour drive. That's going to be about 2.5 hour drive for Cleveland Heights after playing a late game against the conference rival. They should beat Bedford. Bedford's not the best team in that conference, but that's not easy to do. To go to the next morning and play at 10:30.
Also, just so you know, we do not own the rights to this music. Getting it out ahead of time because we know it's coming. So we do not own the rights to this music. We do own the rights to this podcast, though, so that's important. All right,
I'm going to
Coach.
go Olentangy Orange in that game. I don't know if we're picking games, but I'm going to go Orange in that
Okay.
one.
Olentangy Orange is 4-0, by the way.
There you go.
Cleveland Heights has Rayvell Duncan, though. He's a pretty good player, a 6'1" guard. But I think Olentangy's going to pull that one out as well. 12:25, Coach. We have Chaminade Julian at 6-0, taking on Garfield Heights and our friend Sonny Johnson at 3-0. Their previous games, Chaminade Julian's playing today against Bellbrook, and Garfield plays tomorrow against Warrensville Heights.
Yeah, I'm going to go Garfield Heights as well.
I am as well. Now, here's the thing. Garfield Heights, they're number 60 in the state of Ohio. They're number 60 in the state. They're number 26 in Division I, and they're number 18 in Cleveland. Now, also, Garfield Heights beat Cleveland Heights, again, like I said, 49-42. Chaminade Julian, they're number 52 in the state, number 9 in Division II, number 15 in Dayton. Or sorry, number 5 in Dayton.
Wow, that's going to be a great game.
And there's two players from each. There's one player from each team we want to talk about. George Washington III. He goes to Chaminade Julian. He was committed to Ohio State, Coach. He was committed to him, and then somehow he's like, nope, and he flipped his commitment, and he signed with that team up north.
That's his loss.
That's what I said.
Yeah, exactly.
And on the other side of the ball, Garfield Heights, they have a freshman. You may have heard of his name, Marcus Johnson. Now this kid, he's been balling out since he was like born. I feel like he came out of the womb with a basketball in his hand. This kid is so good. He was playing 8th graders when he was in 5th grade, and I think this kid is the real deal.
He comes from a long line of great basketball players.
He does. His cousin won at Penn State, or his cousin, sorry, is at South Carolina. His older brother's playing at Penn State, and now this kid.
And his dad's the coach.
And his dad is coaching Garfield, and if I'm not mistaken, was Sonny Johnson Mr. Ohio Basketball? That's what I thought. He was Mr. Ohio Basketball.
Yeah,
so,
I'm going to have to go Garfield in this game for sure.
So I'm going Garfield, and I think, like I said, Marcus is going to take this team, put him on his back, and he's going to take over. I think Marcus is a great player. You agree with that? All right. 210, St. Ignatius, who we saw here last week, versus VASJ. They're playing VSJ on Thursday, I'm sorry. They're playing Afrocentric and Dylan Swain, who we talked about. He's going to Xavier. Afrocentric is 2-1. Ignatius is 2-2. Coach Cam Joyce, we talked about him. They have a 6'9" sophomore, Damian Freary, who's going to end up being a great kid, great player. But that team, I think, from watching them last week, Ace Buckner and Reese Robinson are the two guys to watch.
Ace Buckner was great that whole game last week.
Yeah, I think those two guys are the ones to watch for Ignatius. For Afrocentric, they're playing today against Walnut Ridge. They also play Friday against Eastmore, and then they play Saturday against Ignatius. Again, they're 2-1. Their only loss to Lutheran East, 71-60.
Okay. Well, at least they have a little bit of a break. It's not. I think Cleveland Heights has it the worst of all these teams, it seems like. They got a game late Friday night. They had a game really early all the way in Columbus on Saturday morning. Afrocentric, their only loss is Lutheran East. I may have to go Afrocentric in this game.
I think I may as well.
Ignatius looked good, but...
Yeah, I mean, they're playing hard. And again, Lutheran East, we talked about how good they are, and we're going to get to them in a second, but their name has come up a couple times already, beating these other teams.
Yeah.
Coach, what are you going? Afrocentric or Ignatius?
Afrocentric.
That's all three of us going for Afrocentric.
Clean sweep.
All right, here we go. Lutheran East at 5-0. They play today against Rhodes. Now, Rhodes, they had a heck of a game the other day against Glenville, winning in overtime. So congratulations to them.
Yeah, Rhodes is pretty tough this year.
The Lutheran East, yep. They have a kid, Jesse McCullough. Coach, we've talked about Jesse McCullough off-camera before. He's a junior. He has 16 offers.
Wow.
16 of them.
That's a junior.
He also with Lutheran East. They are number 19 in the state of Ohio, number 2 in Division III, number 8 in Cleveland.
Number 8 in Cleveland.
They're going against a team that we could walk to from right here. They're going against CVCA.
Throw a rock at them.
Literally, we could walk over to their school and make sure they're okay. They play Friday against Canton South. And
that'd be a game.
Yeah, but they're 3-2. CVCA is. Their 2 losses. One was to Pickerington North, 66-47. The other loss was to Shaw. The score of that game, 23-20.
That's a really strange score, especially from Shaw. Shaw is not one of the better schools in Cleveland.
I feel like that game may have got cut short.
Maybe something happened. I don't know.
I'm not sure either.
You only got Aaron Peterson. You can't do it by yourself.
He has 15 offers, by the way.
So yeah, one kid's got 16 offers versus another kid's got 15 offers.
But I get an answer on 30.
Me too.
Me too. I think so.
All right.
But we should see them both in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Division 3.
Oh, yeah.
I would think.
All right, Coach, here we go. Here's a big game. Sierra Canyon coming in at 7-1, taking on St. V, who we're about to see here tonight, coming in at 3-0. Now, here's the thing. Sierra Canyon, they won last night against Christ the King, 62-51. Carmelo Anthony's kid against LeBron's kids. We talked about that. Sierra Canyon, number 34 in California, number 21 in Division 1, number 21 in the Southeastern section, number 15 in the Division 1 of the Southeastern section, and number 21 in the LA metro area. They're going against St. V, who comes in at number 68 in the state of Ohio, number 28 in Division 1, and number 22 in Cleveland.
68 in the state of Ohio? I find that hard to believe.
Again, I think it's because of the number of games.
Okay.
May have something. Some of these teams that are ahead of them have played 5 and 6 games already.
Because they weren't in the state high school football players.
Right, and I think that plays into that.
Okay.
Now, St. V has L.A. Hayes, which we've talked about. He's committed to Kent State.
All right.
We're going to see him here tonight, Chris.
Let's go,
Coach, who else does St. V have on that team that's the one to watch?
They got the big man in the middle, Darius. And then you got Fax, which is the guard. He's the leader of the team. And those guys, they're gonna balance out real well. And in that game, you know, I know Sierra Canyon is star studded, but I'm going with St. V.
Ooh.
Wow. With the go.
All right, you know, I'm looking at St. V out here, and they look big and they look tough.
St. V that we're going to see is up here. In
Yeah, I know, and I'm looking at the JV team still.
St. V is good.
Yeah,
They're good.
well, they're defending champs. And actually, happy anniversary to St. V. 20 years ago tonight was the debut of LeBron James on national TV versus Oak Hill Academy. I remember watching that game on ESPN. And then last night, I remember watching ESPN, watching Christ the King and Sierra Canyon on TV last night. Sierra Canyon looks really good. Bronny looks good. Hardaway looks good. Pippen looked really good. And that big center they have. I can't pronounce his last name. I think it's Jewel or Yule. Big, tall, looks like Manute Bol. He was just shutting guys down defensively last night. So you guys are going to really have a good game to watch on that night.
Yeah, like
I'm going to have to go Sierra on that one.
Now, Isaiah Elohim, is that how you say his name? I'm not sure how to say his name, but he has 11 offers. Ashton Hardaway has 11 offers. You got Justin Pippen, who's a junior. You got Bryce James. You got Bronny James. Bronny only has 3 offers, actually, according to Max Preps. There's 9 interests, but only 3 offers.
What schools were offers?
Ohio State is one of them. I don't remember the other 2.
I hope he goes to Ohio State. Maybe he's planning on going pro.
You got Ohio State, Kentucky, and Duke. You don't need no one.
Yeah, that's
Well,
true.
hopefully he takes.
Go to one school.
Hopefully, well, unless you do the transfer portal.
Every year.
Well, let's hope it's Ohio State.
All right, and then the headlining game, which is going to be awesome. Centerville coming in at 3-1. They are number 62 in the state of Ohio, number 27 in Division 1, number 7 in Dayton. Versus Pickerington Central coming in at 4-1, number 70 in the state of Ohio, number 29 in Division 1, number 13 in Columbus. So 70 in Ohio versus 62 in Ohio. 27 in Division 1 versus 29 in Division 1.
2 teams that will play each other again. This is the rematch from last year in the state playoffs. Am I correct?
Correct.
We all know that this game, this team, St. V versus Sierra Canyon, that's supposed to be the main attraction. However, this game's probably going to be the best game of the bunch. On top, you know, there's going to be a lot of good games here, but I'm going to have to go Pickerington.
Now, here's the thing. Before I give my pick, Gabe Cupps at Centerville, reigning Mr. Ohio basketball.
Yeah.
He won it as a junior. He's going to Indiana. Centerville's only loss is to Cleveland Heights, 78-54. Oh, no, sorry. They beat Cleveland Heights 70-54. Central, their only loss is to Spire. The first game of the season. They lost to Spire Academy, which is 5 miles from my house, 78-51. They also have Devin Royal. So Gabe Cupps, again, Indiana commit, going against Devin Royal at Central, who's an Ohio State commit. So two Big Ten commits in a big game going against each other.
Indiana and Ohio State commits. Two guys we can see each other play against for the next 4 years. I can't wait.
You think they're both going to be there for 4 years, Chris?
I think Centerville's, yes.
Gabe Cupps?
Yes. I don't think his game is to the point where he can just go pro right away. He needs some time to develop his passing ability. He's a great point guard, but he's going to need to work on his defense. He's going to work on his passing to rotate him into an NBA-style offense. Now, that being said, it's going to be good. It's going to be a great game.
Coach, what do you think? Coach is tired today.
I love Gabe Cupps. I'm going with Pickerson.
Yeah, I mean, Pickering's defending champs. I got to go Pickering as well, and it's going to be awesome. So, again, if you don't have your tickets yet, please go get them. Play-by-play classic at Nationwide Arena in Columbus. We will be there.
What are they, $10?
I don't know, 22 or something
That's
like
still
that.
pretty cheap.
25
for
something
6
like
games.
That, yeah. I don't know why we're wearing Spurs jerseys tonight, but a couple girls came in Spurs. I don't understand.
The same. Maybe he went to St. Vincent.
Do what?
Maybe he went to St. Vincent.
It's Malachi Branham. That's why. Yep.
Okay.
That's why. He did go to St. V.
Okay. Well, that would make sense.
I didn't even think about that. He also went to a school you might know of, the Ohio State University.
I've heard of him.
All right, Coach, anything you got here? We got about 4 minutes left. Coach is jamming.
That's some good basketball.
He's jamming the music that we don't have the rights to.
Yeah. We're getting ready for this game because the JV game is about to start here in about 2 minutes.
Yeah, and the gym's starting to fill up.
Yeah, it's really starting to fill up now. Starting to see a lot more red walking in. Not as much green.
Yeah, Coach, anything on any topics you want us to talk about? You got anything on any topic? What do you want to throw out there?
I'm ready for the game.
He's ready for the JV game. Chris, what do you got?
I'm ready for the JV game too. Like I said, you guys have a good time this weekend. I'm jealous I can't go, but I'm here with you guys tonight.
All right, so we got to fill some time here, so let's talk about soccer.
All right.
Argentina played Croatia today in the semifinal. And interesting thing about Argentina, every time they made it this far, they have never lost at this round. Today, they do it again. They win 3-0 against Croatia.
Yeah, they won big. They were dominating the whole game.
They did. Messi had a PK that helped a lot. So that was great. And then tomorrow, France plays the really underdog here in Morocco.
Morocco, the only country ever from Africa, I want to say.
The only African nation ever to make it this far.
And it's a small nation. It's not a big country. It's northwest corner of the continent. I'd like to see Morocco knock off mighty France.
I don't think it's going to happen.
I don't think it's going to happen.
Kylian Mbappe and Giroud from France, those two guys, you can lock down one, but good luck getting the other one.
Yeah, and France is a powerhouse. It's one of those countries that are just known for their soccer teams, like Italy, or like Germany. So to make it this far is nothing new to them, probably. I know they won it a few years ago against Germany, I think. So it's nothing new for France, but it'd be great to see Morocco beat them.
Yeah, everyone wants to see Mbappe versus Messi. That's the matchup that everyone wants. That's a matchup that everyone here deserves because those are the best two teams.
Yeah.
And why not be them?
That's what we're going to see. We're going to see Argentina and France. I mean, This is kind of like the first round of the playoffs here. It's going to be
St. Ed's versus Stoneman or Falls.
I wouldn't go that far. I mean, Morocco did make it to the Final Four. That's pretty impressive of them.
Again, that's pretty much it. I have soccer. We can talk about wrestling if you want.
Well, you want to talk about the winners of the NXT crazy match you were telling us about?
Yeah, we can talk about Deadline. The winner of the women's match. First one in the match, Roxanne Perez, she won, secures her spot at a championship run here, chance for the belt. So congratulations to her taking out Cora Jade. She had two falls, which was enough for the win, just two.
Wow.
And then in the men's match, Grayson Waller.
Your favorite.
Chris likes this guy a lot.
He's not bad.
I don't like him.
I'm not crazy about him.
I don't think he's that good, but. Shawn Michaels is obviously smarter than I am. He thinks he's worth it. He won it with 3 falls, actually.
Okay.
So Grayson Waller will get a title shot against Braun Breaker. Now, if I'm predicting the future here, I think Grayson Waller is going to win that match.
Yeah.
They're going to give him the strap, and Braun Breaker is going to come out in the Rumble.
I agree. Waller, he is a great athlete. He's got the size. He's got the personality. It's just his skill in the ring needs to be polished a little more. Braun Breaker, there's not much more he can do in the developmental round. He needs to go to the main roster. He needs to step up and go to the Royal Rumble is a great place for that. Now, what's interesting is with Roxanne Perez, she's still fairly new to NXT. She hasn't been there for very long.
She was trained by Booker T.
I did not know that. I know Ember Moon was. Do you think she's got a chance to beat Mandy Rose?
I don't think so.
Me neither. I think Mandy's been a long time champion.
But I know Mandy wants to go back to the main roster.
Okay. And she probably should. She's done a lot for herself and NXT by being there these last year and a half.
So I could see them giving it to Roxanne and kind of being like, all right, Mandy, you can go back up. But is Perez the right answer? I don't know.
I think, like I said, she's still really, really young and really new to NXT. She's got a little more growing to do, I think.
So, and Chris, looking at this game really quick, we'll go back to wrestling in a second. Number 22 for Walsh. He just did what we saw last week from the varsity team, try to throw it off of a player at the end line here.
Yeah, they did that a lot last week against Ignatius. Halligan, specifically, he did it, I think, 3 or 4 times, and that's what led Coach Joyce to get the technical. He grabbed the ball out of his hand out of frustration.
Right. So also,
Walsh's defense is tough.
They are. Going back to wrestling.
Okay.
Alexa Bliss, she won a chance to be the number 1 contender match. And so she's going to face Bianca. And I don't know if you watched it, but at the end of the match, Bianca got in the ring, wanted to shake hands with Alexa, and Alexa wanted a hug, as Alexa does. And there was a flash of light, and Alexa, in the middle of the hug, Alexa put her down, didn't hit her, but had her in the move.
Versus Abigail?
Yes.
Okay.
Had her in Sister Abigail ready to go, and then was snapped out of it.
Oh.
So, is there a heel turn on the horizon?
I could see that because it's time to start bringing Bray Wyatt's storyline a little further along. It's been a real slow start to this comeback of his. Alexa Bliss is a good way to enhance it. The only other option I can see other than not a heel turn is possibly her going to SmackDown to challenge Ronda Rousey for her belt. So I don't know if it's for sure her and Bianca. If so, I could see something going on storyline-wise other than just a match.
All right, well, Chris, I think we're out of time. I don't know where Levert is.
He's right there.
Oh, okay. He's over there somewhere. Where's he at? I don't see.
He's right
he's
there.
Over there. I see him. All right, so I think we're out of time, Coach. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to give you the mic if you want to call this game. I don't know if you want to, but I'll give you the mic and the chance to do so. I got to use a little boys' room, so I'm going to give you the mic, and we'll go from there.
All right. You joining me, Coach?
You want me to join you, man?
Yeah, of course, always.
What's going on?
Watch basketball. It's my third game this week.
You know. What'd it do?
Oh, we were up at Geneva the other night for Geneva and Perry. Let me tell you, Perry looks good shooting the ball, but
Yeah?
Geneva, man, they aren't looking too good. They got a long way to go, and before they play Richmond Heights. They need to really work on that defense.
You got some well-balanced teams out here in Ohio high school basketball this year.
Yeah, there are a lot of really good teams this year. I mean, you were just talking about Luther and East and how good they are.
Oh, man, Luther and East is real solid, man. They are well-rounded. The big man who got, several offers. But I like the guard play, who's real good.
Yeah.
I think he's one of the top guards in the state of Ohio.
Now, he's got 16 offers?
No, that's the big guy. I'm talking about the guard.
Okay.
He scored 40-some points the other night.
Oh, wow.
In the tournament over at St. Vincent St. Mary's.
Against Cuyahoga Valley across the street, right?
No, they didn't play. They played this Saturday coming up.
Oh, okay.
But Cuyahoga Valley Christian Academy was in the house watching that game.
Okay.
But it was a great game. Luther Nice is real good,
So that's what they're playing at the tournament. Who do you think has the bigger game? You think this kid from Lutheran East or the guy from CVCA?
The kid from CVCA, Darren Peterson.
Yeah.
Because, the stage is big, and he's just a sophomore. And, I think he's the best talent on his team. I think he needs more help. Mm-hmm. Personally, you know what I mean. It's like, if I'm a team, you got 3 or 4 stars going against one. I'm going to definitely choose the 3 or 4 stars.
Yeah. You saying that Lutheran East has?
Oh yeah, they loaded.
Stars? Okay.
They loaded. They real nice. Well balanced, well coached. Been to the big dance, so they know what it's like to go to play on a big stage.
Yeah, I haven't seen Lutheran East in a while. We were at a game about 2 years ago. We saw them play Buchtel, and it was a great game. Nice gym, and that was the first time I really had a chance to take a look at Lutheran East. But that was, like I said, that was a couple years ago. A lot's changed since then.
Yeah. Speaking of Buchtel, man, Buchtel was loaded. Man.
Yeah.
They looked pretty good in the Kentucky PSP yesterday. They played on the road down to Kentucky.
Wow.
And they did a great job. They looking for great things coming out of Buchtel this year.
You think they're going to win the City Series?
Oh yeah, they should win City Series, no problem. The thing is with the city teams that I'm not going to say bother me, it irritates me. We have to not really focus on just the city title. We got to really try to focus on the non-league games, and that's with football and basketball.
Yeah.
I think winning non-league games and represent on a non-league level is pretty big. That's just my thing. And that's how it was when I was coming up as a youngster. We competed on the non-league levels.
Mm-hmm. Now, is any other team in the City Series you think has a chance to knock off Mighty Buchtel?
No.
Okay.
No. Buchtel should run through the city. They well coached with Coach Rayshawn Dent, and I don't think no one in the city is gonna, probably even give them any type of serious competition.
Is Central Howard still a powerhouse in the City Series? They used to be really good when I was in
got to
school.
bust your bubble on that one. Central Howard's been closed for years.
That's what
man.
I thought. I wasn't sure. I thought that because I hadn't heard about him in so long.
Yeah, Central Howard was a powerhouse at in my era, Thorland Bell, Patrick.
Nice shot.
Good shot there. Anthony Littlejohn, Grady Mantine, the great Jimmy Gooden, Hobson. Man, you had some solid guys at Central Howard back in the day. But I was fortunate enough, we won City my senior year. We took it to those guys. We lost it to our junior year, but we beat them our senior year.
No, you went to Buchtel as well?
No. I went to Akron Kenmore, brother.
Okay.
Yes, sir. See, back then we didn't have open enrollment. We had to go to schools that was in our district. Technically, I'd have went to South High School, but they closed down South High. They closed down Thornton, and they put us in the district of Ennis and Kenmore. Okay. So I wound up going to Ennis and Kenmore. You know, after they shut down Thornton. You know, unfortunately.
Yeah, I was reading about some of the Cleveland schools that closed recently, like East and South.
Yeah.
East Tech reopening and getting a lot bigger than they used to be.
And they're talking about a lot of schools closing in the Cleveland area, which is going to help Glenville.
Yeah, well, they were going to close Collinwood a couple years ago because attendance had dwindled so much. But they found a way to keep it open, and had that happen, half the kids would have gone to Shaw, half would have gone to Glenville, and who knows, that might have put Glenville at the Division II level.
Yeah, they don't have the numbers, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm so happy for Coach Ginn, man.
That was a great win.
For winning it, and they're going to be pretty tough next year as well.
Now, are they losing a lot of these guys? You said they have 11 Division I offers.
Yeah,
correct?
they're going to lose a lot. A lot of these guys, going on to college. But the matchup that I'm looking for next year, and I'm spilling the beans. I won't reveal it. I won't reveal it.
You leave us in suspense like that?
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it in suspense. Glenville and another team in the state of Ohio is going to play.
Okay.
It's going to be the first time these two teams face each other, actually. Yeah. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
It's going to be very interesting.
Can I sit here and keep guessing? Would you tell me if I was right?
You could probably guess it. But I probably won't say nothing.
No, as long as it's not Bishop Sycamore.
Oh, no. That was ridiculous, man. That was ridiculous.
That was the third time they tried to do that?
Man, I mean, to even do that and to play against, you have a college team and you're playing against a bunch of high school. Really, it's JUCO.
Yeah.
And you're playing against a bunch of high school kids. That's just pure selfish, man.
Yeah, and the whole thing, sharing helmets, not having real names on their roster, having guys play, and they played 2 games in 2 games at one point. I mean,
yeah, they played back to back actually
in Pittsburgh, and then they came home to play IMG at the Benson Stadium and got blown out on national TV.
Yeah, by a bunch of teenagers.
Yeah, and I mean, how ESPN didn't bother to check to see is this school even real?
Oh,
it blows
man.
my mind. Stuff you can't make up.
That was a horrible mistake.
Yeah.
This is
this game's turning out to be kind of a runaway for St. V if they keep it up. We're about 2 minutes left in the first quarter.
Oh, why you just take the shot, young fella?
Yeah, I agree.
Then you throw a shot up like that? Oh, no. I'm not understanding that. Bert got some popcorn, man. You want to go get some popcorn, man.
Steve's on the phone.
Stone Cold Steve Baker. Yeah.
Baker 316.
Baker 316. Yeah. Had a little fun yesterday, man. I've been doing a lot of interviews for this award I'm getting.
Yeah?
This coming Friday.
You're getting an award?
Oh, yeah.
For
man.
what?
A lot of work I do in the community.
Excellent.
Doing a mentor and working in mental health and all that good stuff. So they don't know the person outside of coach.
Yeah.
All they know is coach or Rob Dick or my social media. And then they're like, oh, he, but they don't know the real stuff that I do for a living.
Yeah.
And I laugh at a lot of those guys, It's one thing knowing me, but knowing who I am as a person is something different.
Absolutely. Congratulations, Coach.
I appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
You deserve it. You do
Oh,
a
man.
lot of work with the community. You do a lot of work with young kids, and it's very exciting to see that and very special for someone.
Three.
Oh,
Nope.
Just missed it.
Oh, yeah, I've been around a long time, man. And then during the interview was so funny because the people that was doing the interview from the podcast, they younger, and then I kept saying I'm a old school. Like, you ain't that old. And then when I finally told them, they looked at me like, man, are you serious? I said, yeah. I said, yeah, man, I got a son 41 years old.
Yeah, I find that hard to believe.
Mr. Layup. And he make the second one.
At the buzzer. So it's 18-7 St. V at the end of the first quarter here in the JV game. Walsh won the freshman game, but it was a close one, went overtime.
Yes, it was. But I think they should have called that travel. That was a travel.
Yeah, I didn't see it travel. I thought he stepped out of bounds, but
well, they could have called him out of bounds or travel.
Right, exactly. Either way, it would have completely changed the outcome of the game. Unfortunately, I had the cheerleaders in my way. Only 4 cheerleaders for this game, though. It's a little strange.
Yeah.
They had about 12 for the freshman girls.
Wait till varsity get out here.
We're going to have 2 squads.
Yeah.
The Walsh side still a little thin, surprisingly.
Oh, they're going to crowd up in here like they did last week.
Yeah, but like I said, we have extra seating next to us this time.
Yeah, last week this wasn't pulled out.
I feel like we have a lot of people next to us thinking they can't walk in front of our camera.
I don't know. That's a good thing, right?
That's very respectable of them. Because last week we had people just walking right in front and they didn't care. We actually had a ball almost take out our camera last week.
Bert had to block him. Look at him. Oh, watch the bottom of the camera. Yeah. Right here at Walsh Jesuit High School, the game between St. Vincent St. Mary and your host, Walsh.
Yeah, good. Nice place. I love this arena.
Yeah, it's a dome. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's the best way to really describe it. It's kind of like a dome. The acoustics are great. They got the speakers hanging from the rafters. We got the cheerleader. We should have, I don't know if we have a band or not.
Yeah, I don't know if the band's going to come in or not. I don't know.
I mean, just to make this game even louder.
Yeah.
Expecting a good one. We had a good one last week when we saw the same Walsh Jesuit team play Ignatius.
Pretty, two teams that faced each other last year. I think Walsh pulled it out by 1.
Against Ignatius last year?
Yep.
Okay. Well, Walsh came out with a lot of intensity last week. It seemed like they had the smothering defense on Ignatius. They were keeping from getting shots, and it wasn't until later almost in the second half when Ignatius started forcing that press defense on Walsh to kind of slow him down. Now, if I remember at the end of the first quarter, it was, I think, 14-7.
Yeah.
And at one point, it got to be 21-7. It took Ignatius a while to get rolling there, and I think they scored 7 points in the first quarter and only about 6 points in the fourth quarter, and that really hurt Ignatius.
Oh, not to get off the subject. Since we're here, watching St. V. St. Mary, I want to send a big shout out to my friend, my childhood friend. We came out together, but he went to St. V. I went to Kimball. Okay. He just made Pitt Hall of Fame. And
Pitt, like Pittsburgh University?
Yes, he just made the Pitt Hall of Fame.
Oh, wow. Block shot.
He graduated from St. Vincent St. Mary. And all I wanted to say is, send it in, Jerome.
Now, what is he in the Pitt Hall of Fame exactly?
Basketball, Jerome Lane, man. Okay. Remember, he broke the backboard, baby. Yeah. Just a kid from Akron. He was the kid from Akron before the kid from Akron.
Okay. That's a little before my time.
Yeah, man.
Not too much, but a little.
I know you was probably in diapers when Jerome and I was playing.
Yeah, possibly. Now, I was in high school the same time LeBron was. He and I graduated.
Oh, yeah. You was young, but
I think he graduated a year after me.
Yeah. You was in diapers when I was playing ball.
Okay. Talking 83?
Yeah, back right. 83.
Yeah, that's
82, 84, 85. Yeah, brother. You was still had a little, walking around with your pacifier in your mouth.
Well, hopefully by 85 that would have been, because I'd have been 3 years old by then.
Yeah, brother. So that's just tell you my age, right? But I'm happy about my age, man. I'm pretty cool.
Yeah, you look amazing.
I like hanging out with my kids, the younger generation. They teach me a lot. They keep me young, man.
Yeah. I got a kid, you know that, and he runs me around like crazy.
Oh, yeah.
We're hoping he's starting basketball together here soon, coaching his little league team. We're just waiting for the.
He usually hang out with us. I mean.
Yeah, I was thinking about bringing him tonight. He hasn't been feeling too good lately, so I'm kind of. Well, maybe next week, depending on where we go, he'll be out of school, so it'll be a little bit easier to take him out.
Okay. Well, I hope he feel a little better.
He went to school today. That's a good sign.
Yeah, this weather, man, and that's the only thing about being in Ohio that we face is that the weather challenges. That's why I'm thinking about moving, dude. I was thinking about Florida, but I'm looking at the disasters that goes down, man. And I started thinking again. My son stay down there. He want me to come.
My parents live down in Florida.
Oh man, it's beautiful. I love it. I love it.
I visited them last spring. It was gorgeous.
Oh man,
80 degrees when I got there. Man. It was 12 when I left here.
Oh,
block shot.
Oh, did they call foul?
I think they called a foul on the Irish.
Yeah, I love Florida, man. But now I think I'll just go visit my son. Come on back. Then my daughter stay in Houston, so I'm thinking about going down there.
Oh, I heard Houston's really nice.
Yes, visit. I want to go to the turkey leg, the famous turkey leg. But I'm thinking about North Carolina. I think North Carolina, that's where my family from.
Yeah.
I think that's a pretty cool area. 5:01 in the second period.
We got about 5 minutes left of the half. We 18-11. St. V. Steal by Walsh. Pushes it up. Open shot. Takes it. Looks. Passes it out to number 14. I don't have any rosters, guys. You have to bear with me.
Drives to the hole. St. V with the rebound.
I do have rosters for this game.
Yeah, you do, man. The JV.
I have the JV and for both teams.
Tie ball. Jump ball.
A little bit hard to see. I may have to scoot over a slot.
I think we can do it. We can do it, bro. It's how we do it.
If I just get this one little window between these two girls, I'd be able to see everything.
Oh, man.
Vincent with the ball. Dishes it out. Wide open and missed it. Rebound by number 24, Xavier Fernandez. He pushes up the court. Dishes it out to number 14, and it's wide. Air ball.
Air ball.
Rebounded by Vinny Madongo from St. Vincent. Hope I pronounced that name right. I'm sure I didn't.
Driving to the hole. Rebound.
Walsh. That's number 5, Colton Franklin. Pushing it down the court. It's a little hop step. Passes it over the three-point line. Number 10, he missed it. Hunter Franklin, close. Almost went in. Is that another set of twins we got out there? We have Colton and Hunter Franklin.
Uh-oh.
Number 5 and number 10. I don't know if they're both sophomores, so I'm wondering if they're
DeCarlo Prince from 3.
If they're twin brothers. Got a loose ball on the floor. Somehow coming away by number 5, Colton Franklin with the rebound. Pushes it up court. It's number 22, Andrew Brooks. Passes it, gets tipped. Picked up by Colton Franklin.
Hey, man, don't talk to that dude right there, man. That dude right there. Hey, there go the neighborhood.
Loose ball again. Colton Franklin with rebound. He's trapped in the corner, dishes it out to number 14, Hayden Tanner.
Shot.
Off the backboard.
Rebound.
Rebounded by St. V. Pushed up the court.
Gabe Mansell with the rebound. Driving to the hole is Prince. And 1.
Looks like they're going to call a block on number 22, Andrew Brooks.
Prince going to the line. Vert brought me some popcorn,
Well,
man.
that was nice of him.
It's not hot, though, bro. It's not hot. I like it when it's hot.
It's got extra butter. That's how I like
I
it.
don't know, man. Vert don't want it, so it must not be good. Oh, he about to eat those Starbursts in his pocket. That's what it is.
DeCarlo Prince makes both free throws.
First attempt is good.
They make the first one, excuse me.
So they must encounter basket.
Now this is DeCarlo Prince is one of 2 freshmen on the JV team. And that's good. He makes them both. When I was a kid, that was a huge honor to make it the JV team as a freshman.
Yeah, I used to play with his dad.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Over at Kenmore?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Used to tear him up a little bit.
Oh, yeah?
Used to give him the business.
Show him how it's done.
Hey, man, I was all right in my day. I was all right.
We got about 2:41 left in the second quarter. St. V got a 20-11 lead on the Walsh Warriors JV team. Almost halftime before we start the real game, the big game, which should be a good one.
It's going to be a great game, I think.
Yeah, I hope so.
Oh, man. I'm going with St. V. I mean,
Yeah, I think I'm going to go St. V too. I mean, like I said, Walsh was really good last week when we saw him, but, look at these fans here for St. V.
oh, they coming in. The students is coming in.
This guy's got a big leprechaun outfit on and a big Irish flag.
I mean, I like St. V because I like Coach Drew Joyce, the GOAT. You know what I mean?
He is the best. Michael Graves passes it out of bounds. Ball back to St. V.
With 2:36 left in the second quarter, it's 20-11. St. Vincent St. Mary, JV.
Walsh has got to hold him here. They got to find a way to get back in this game.
Driving to the hole. Miss rebound. Thomas Tayshawn passes out to Mansell. Mansell drives. Mansell scores.
Walsh not putting up the defense they need to stop him.
I see my guy Malachi Branham jerseys is flowing around in here. Steal by Prince. Prince driving the ball. Prince passes. Prince up. Misses. Gets his own rebound.
And
Kick
Prince
it out.
With a lot of height out
Gabe.
there.
Gabe kicks it out. 3.
Almost doesn't go in. It bounces up high and it rolls back in somehow for the 3-pointer.
By Vinny Mandugano with the 3-pointer. Foul on Tayshawn Thomas. What is this guy doing, man? He's acting like he on the phone. Look at him.
An important phone call.
Yeah, man, he's probably setting up for this weekend.
He's calling hotel rooms.
I'm gonna make sure I stay away from that guy this weekend.
I would.
Cause him and Vert party animals. I'm not a party animal. Man, I'll be in the bed. I'm usually in the bed by 9 o'clock.
Oh. Me too. Me too.
He said he listened to the podcast.
How was it, Steve?
Steve. Stone Cold Baker.
Gabe Mansell passes the ball over to number 35. I don't have a 35 on my roster, but he's out
Drop
there.
inside, kick back outside. Shot mid-range, miss.
Missed.
Rebound Walsh.
I don't have a freshman roster, but I don't have 35 on my roster either.
Evans misses the 3-pointer from Walsh. Rebound. Irish.
If I remember, Ignatius's JV team won big on this Walsh JV team as well.
Yeah.
But Ignatius's freshman team also won big on Walsh's freshman team, which tonight beat St. V's freshman team. So, exciting future for these two programs.
Pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Some good talent down here.
Yeah, both these teams.
Oh.
A little too much on the layup from the 25, Vinny Mundungno.
Michael Graves.
Pushing up the court. Passes it to Logan Leaner, but he...
Oh, over and back. St. V's ball. 49 seconds left before the half. The score is 25-11. The fans is disagreement with the over and back.
Seen a lot of NFL jerseys in here right now.
Oh, yeah. They must got a, some type of sports night tonight for the St. V fans. They got Dallas. You got a Buckeye over there.
We got Smith-Schuster.
Yeah.
Ugh. Shot by number 13, DeCarlo Prince with a big three-pointer.
Down court, wide open.
Oh!
Rebound.
Blocked by number 25.
13 seconds.
Ndungno.
To the hole. Scores.
St. V on a big tear right now. 5 seconds left. Can Walsh do anything for
2,
the half?
3. Oh, he didn't
And they
shoot.
ran out of time.
And that's the half, folks. We about to wrap it up to the second half and get ready for the varsity game for you. It's been real. I'm the coach, and this is the one and only Chris. Steve the Baker, man. Let's do this. Out.